Hello, Ryan.
Alright.
Hello, how you
Hello.
doing, man? You good?
Hello.
Yeah, I'm all good, thanks.
Yeah, I'll probably just introduce who the people are on call because you've just joined a call with three men in suits. I just wanted to fill myself in. So my name's Mark. I've been the person messaging you. I first came across your work when my friend Aaron was in your short film or your
Yeah,
music
Alan
video.
Hooper, yeah.
Yeah. So I've worked with Aaron before. He's a friend from college and stuff. Great guy, great guy. I came across your work and I thought it was really interesting, and as a result, I've shown it to friends who are also interested. So that's why Reese and Ollie are here. So I'll go around the room. I don't mind who wants to start. Should we go with Ollie?
Yes, hello. My name is Oliver. You can call me Ollie. And it's just really good to meet you. I've only just been introduced to your work. And I'm sure we'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, pleased that you're here. Peace and love.
Thanks.
And Reese.
Hello, kind of similar to Ollie. Mark showed us your work, and I know Aaron as well. We're good friends. And yeah, I think just going from that, I was just really quite interested in you and your story and stuff. Yeah, happy to be here.
Yeah, I appreciate being on here.
Yeah, of course. So I'll just run over the basics. What we normally do is we ask a couple of questions. Obviously, if there's a question you feel you don't want to answer, you don't have to. And yeah. I normally have another rule. What's the other rule? So these normally last for about 25 to 30 minutes. The best way to start would be getting to know the real Ryan Kelly. So, who are you, Ryan? Introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Ryan Kelly. I was born in Bristol in 1994, and I'm autistic.
Okay.
Been diagnosed with it when I was 3 years old, and slowly throughout the years, been building up my not just my confidence, but my as well as I do with my careers and other stuff, but mainly just throughout my development.
Mm.
And and in fact, if it wasn't for that said development, then I wouldn't be on here with you three.
Exactly. Yeah. So I guess that would probably lead into at least my first question. At what age or what point in your life did you feel you wanted to get into music?
Well, I when I first got into music, it was about 15 years old, but I didn't like start working on my own rhymes, not my own music per se, until I was 16 years old. And
Mm.
I've mentioned in a few of my freestyles that I was 16 when I started rapping, blah blah blah. But I when I first started, I wasn't that good, I will admit. But slowly, year by year, age by age, and when I found my first lot of independence in 2014, that gave me at least my own freedom
Mm.
to improve my rhymes. And then around 2015, when I was 21, 20 years old, I recorded just a few freestyles to help me with my lyrical ability, and then I started writing my own material around that same year, and I'm still writing my own material in 2022. So
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, that's incredible. Wow. Um, does anyone else have any questions, or I could lead into my second one?
Yeah, I have a question for you. All white G. Sorry, just give me what's one hot second.
Oh, he's quite lagging on my screen. I don't know about you.
I think his camera's lagging behind. Sorry about that.
No, that was fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
So, in your Smoke and Mirrors video, there's like
Oh,
a
yeah.
little scripted exchange at the beginning.
Yeah.
And in it you sort of confront your hang on 1 second.
Confront my rumors, basically.
Your haters. You talk about your haters, and I was just wondering if you know, if you had any real haters or like people who look down on you for making the type of music you do, or if this is sort of like a manifestation of like your inner demons and sort of like you talking about that. So I just wanted to get your take on that.
Well, with first of all, I'll start with the song in general. The song "Smoke and Mirrors" is just about my haters and just like whether it be my past or in the present.
Yeah.
I just wanted to come across in that song, and I wanted to have a sort of rap rock kind of influence on that particular song. So influences like Eminem and Jay-Z and Lil Wayne and all that stuff. So that's just the song in general. But for the video itself, yes, I've had like at least 2 or 3 haters just like either come to my face or say messages to me online that get to me. And I know that depending on the person, they could take their criticism in the wrong way, and they just like or make a drama about it. But with me, I take it personally, and it's because I'm autistic. It plays into the mentality sort of stage, and yeah, I just wanted to have an intro, a sort of intro leading up to the when a song drops, and you see the rest.
Yeah.
That leads into it, and I was lucky to have 2 actors involved, including Aaron, and yeah, and that's sort of how it came about. Plus, I'm a fan of intros in music videos.
Yeah.
It's all hyped up. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Also, I was just wondering, there's a particular lyric in the chorus of Smoke and Mirrors, which I was sort of curious about.
Yeah.
It's something about like stepping into this booth without so much as a 10 and a truth. I was just wondering what that meant. Like,
Well,
what's the 10 and a truth?
Well, mainly it's just because stepping in the booth. It's mainly because people like to brag about all that kind of stuff. And
yeah.
this is not just like about haters at this very point. When I say that particular line, it's just basically if you're not all talk, if you want to show that you're not all talk, prove it by saying what's the word I'm trying to find.
Yeah.
By proving it in the booth, and I caught that bit of influence from Ludacris's "Call My Bluff" from 2015.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Yeah.
Helped me out a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thanks for clearing that up.
Did you have a question about Aaron, Reese?
No, not about Aaron specifically. Just more so. Obviously, I think it's clear that you've got quite a lot of hip hop knowledge and that you're very versed in your craft, which is great to see. I mean, obviously, the roots of hip hop is like gang culture and stuff like that. Are you? It's okay to say if you can't, but are you involved in the criminal element, or is it just more about the music for you?
Nah, it's just about the music. I've always loved the music. It wasn't. Yes, you are right in a sense that it's about gang culture stuff, but hip hop is evolved into like or at least in my eyes, sort of commercial and more free.
Yeah.
To express yourself, to put yourself in something that takes you away from said criminal element or anything in your personal life that could lead you to a downfall. But with hip hop, it's not my downfall; it's my uprising.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. No, fair dues, and I agree completely. I think couldn't have said it better myself, really.
Yeah. How did you meet Aaron? Was it...
Well, this was like when I was developing the music video. It was shot in May, but we had a set date in mid-May. But because of the rain and stuff, we couldn't film at the time. And I had an actress in mind. I had my friend wanted to be part of it, but because she gave me like a week's notice, and we were going to film at the end of May, I had to go on Bristol Actors to ask people to be part of it. And
mm.
originally, I was gonna have an actor or actress to play the friend role, but I had to keep another role in mind, which was the music producer.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
while an actress got the friend role, I had Aaron as a backup for the music producer, and it all came around swimmingly well,
Yeah.
and
Mm.
we managed to get it all filmed in one full day.
Wow, that's very good. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Um,
To fill you in a bit, myself, Ollie, and Reese studied together at Bath Spa. We did film. So to hear that it all happened in one day, good on you, because loads of things can come up, whether, like you said, rain, active commitments. So yeah, I admire that.
Absolutely. I was also wondering, White G. Sorry, do you have do you mind if I call you that?
Yeah,
Or
I mean Ryan Kelly or YG.
Ryan,
I'm
okay.
comfortable with it
Oh,
anyway.
awesome. I just wanted to make sure that. So I was just sorry. I'm just tangled up in all these wires here. I was just wondering, like, Reese was saying, you have just such a breadth of knowledge from hip hop and like the history and the roots of all these artists. I was just wondering, who would you cite as your major influences for your music, your sound?
Mm, mm,
Yeah,
I'm more than happy to answer this question because
that's wonderful.
it's Lil Wayne with me. I've loved Lil Wayne.
Lil Weezy, I love him.
I mean, he's been my icon since I got into music. Like I said, I'm 15 and 16 years old. My very first album of his to buy was The Color 4 back in that day,
mm,
and I took him seriously, but in those 2012 and 2013, but more seriously in 2014 and 15 because that Color 5, most anticipated album in his career, was delayed, and that really pissed me off. It really did piss me off a bit that this album was delayed and there was like tracks being was like left off and stuff. But in 2018 it came about, and finally the album dropped, and I was more than happy. I was so happy with the outcome of that album, and Lil Wayne's still my icon to this day.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know he was having troubles with his label and stuff. Yeah. And he is. I think he is just underrated as a rapper in general because
Oh
he
yeah.
has one of my favorite. One of my favorite lyrics of all time is from him, which is "Yo, what the fuck is up? Fuck the world, busting up." Which was from his collaboration with Limp Bizkit.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard that?
Ready
Yeah,
to go, ready to
song
go.
goes in so hard, man. It's so good, And yeah, it's he's just like you. He's got an unwavering work ethic, and yeah, he's just a really cool artist in general. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm enjoying talking about the music, and we'll come back to it in a sec. But I really want to get to know the real Ryan Kelly. What do you do in your day-to-day time? Do you have hobbies? What kind of things do you keep yourself entertained with?
Mainly gaming and just like write new bits of music and just like see my mom and stuff and just see my friends whenever the opportunity arises and just it's just that really.
What kind of games are you playing at the moment?
Mainly my fighting games and just like even my childhood I love the Lego games. And
Oh
I got,
yes.
yes,
Good
and
man.
so I have yet to get the recent one that dropped this year, but yeah,
Have you played? There's a new Lego Star Wars game that came out. Have you played that or not
that's
yet?
the recent one I'm talking about.
Oh yes,
I
yeah.
haven't got that yet.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
Mark actually has collected all the Kyber bricks. That's real.
I
yeah.
have not collected. I've collected nearly all of the camera rigs. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Good old
Sorry
Lego
to throw you
Star
under the bus.
Wars. It's okay. Yeah, we all love video games. Yeah. So something else that you mentioned. You mentioned I can't remember. Any more questions, guys? There was something you mentioned about, you said family, your mum, playing video games. I can't remember what else you said. Something came to mind, but...
Well, my new music, I said that.
Oh, yes, yeah. Yeah. So, the reason these podcasts began was because of COVID.
Yeah.
There was a point where we first all met each other, myself, Ollie and Reese, and, uni had just began, and then boom, COVID, lockdown, we're all sat behind a screen with a webcam, and I started this podcast series to kind of bring people together who maybe have not met before, who might never meet, and I just wanted to ask how COVID may have affected you, your education, your personal life, your family life.
Well, like you guys, uni, I started second year uni, and was good for a few months despite the stressful times. But then it came around March, and suddenly lockdown happened, and how I felt. I felt all right during that time. I had enough to occupy me with music and just like talking to my mum and stuff, even though we had to stay 2 years apart. But I did suffer. This was like an influence for Wide Awake, the song I dropped back at the start of July this year, and I got conned, and that caused me to go into a downward spiral, and I self-harmed, and that was referenced in Wide Awake, another rap rock song like Smoke and Mirrors. Only that song was more personal, opening up about my demons of what I went through on that song, and yep.
Well, in what way were you
Conned.
scammed? Yeah, if you don't mind me asking.
Well, basically, I had a friend. Well, how can I say friend? Basically, someone who just got a bad past, and just like this when lockdown happened, she decided to use me for money, and I should have known better. And I was going through some financial issues at the time, and my mom found out, and I self-harmed.
Okay.
Don't want to go into much detail about it, but that's just about all I can say.
Yeah. Well,
Really sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah. Who was this girl? Was she quite close, or?
Well, I thought that we, me and her were close, but no. That's all I'll say.
Was it like a love interest or just sort of friends?
We were complicated. Let's just
Okay.
say that.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
good that you have your music as like an outlet to vent, those frustrations and those demons, because, some people, they don't know how to deal with it, and
They ball it up or something.
it's I'm glad that you're in a much better place today.
Yeah, but that's
Amen.
also the reason that Open Opportunity came about. It's one of like 2 reasons why I named it that particular album.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry you went through a dark patch there, but I'm glad to hear you're better. You mentioned you went to university. I was just wondering, where did you go? What did you study? As Mark mentioned earlier, we're graduates of Bath University.
Amen.
And we did film, television, and digital production. So we were, all about those films, man.
Yeah, I've studied at the Bristol Institute of Performing Arts at the Wise campus in Filton, and it was a uni degree. It's been there for 3 years, and it was an acting course that I've done, as well as I've done music and outside of uni. I love acting as well, and I've done 3 years of that. It's BIPA. It's the long version of Bristol Institute of Performing Arts. It's just long for BIPA, BIPA. So yeah.
In terms of acting, are there any like shows or films that you would love to be in, or just in general you're big admirers of?
There is loads of shows that I would like to be a part of. So if it's like unknown and brand new ones in the pipeline, then I'll be up for that. Theater shows, I could do that as well. And same with films too. But the main I got my heart set on being in a DC film because I'm a fan
Yeah.
of DC Comics.
Mm.
And
Amen.
sorry.
Amen. Amen, man. Yeah.
And shows a dream role would be to play
Mm.
Doctor Who in the near future.
Yeah. Oh yes.
No, I
That's
mean,
ev-
we've all had that dream, and it's
Yeah.
funny that you were to bring up Doctor Who because we have, you know, a connection to Doctor Who, quite a personal connection actually. Would you like to talk about that, Mark?
Yeah, I
So
can talk about that, yeah.
I'm on a lot of coffee at the moment. Just sort of bouncing
Uh,
about.
We in the past we have made Doctor Who fan films. I don't know if you are an admirer of fan films or stuff like that, but
I've watched a few fan films, but
yeah.
not so much with Doctor Who.
yeah. So we've got a YouTube channel. I'm more than happy to share it with you after
Yeah,
the
I'm
podcast.
more than
Yeah.
happy to.
Yeah. So we.
Guess who makes an appearance in some episodes?
Oh yeah, Aaron Hooper, of course.
Yeah.
He
Aaron,
did
yeah.
appear. Yeah, good man, Aaron. Yeah. When you do acting, is it more? Do you have like a favorite musical, or are you not really more of a singing person, more of a stage actor, a film actor, or what would you say your preferred preferences are?
I see myself as a film, TV, and as a film and TV actor mostly. Stage actor. I need to work I worked my way up in those 3 years of uni, but as far as out and about is concerned, I need to wait till I'm at that level. But no, I can't sing. I tried singing when I was younger before I got into hip hop, and no, this voice itself doesn't go well for singing. I
Okay.
can tell you that now. I can tell you that now for a fact.
Yeah.
I
And
just wanna-
oh yeah, jump in, Reese. Yeah, jump in.
yeah, I just wanted to ask. Obviously, your autism is a big part of your music, right? You've got like Autistic Angels, and you speak very openly about the struggles and how it's sort of into your music. So, would you say
Yeah,
that?
but fun fact. Sorry to cut you off, Reese.
No, no,
but
good.
I was going to say fun fact about that song. Well, aside from it being the second single of Open Opportunity, which was released almost a month after Smoke and Mirrors in 2021, it was actually part of a pop practical that I did surrounding autism.
Okay.
Okay.
Because here's the thing. Why I did it. You heard of the film Music by Sia?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got an ire with that particular film, trying to make the whole film tone deaf around an autistic person. So that became an influence for that part practical. And Autistic Angels, I'm an actor and a rapper, and basically in a mock thingy that I've done, I wanted to show Sia that autistic people could do this, that, and the other, and yeah.
Well, yeah, that just sort of answers my question. I was going to ask sort of what you thought of representation. Do you think it's underrepresented in music? And do you think are there any famous musicians that we know that are autistic that we don't think about, or is it something that needs looking at more?
I'll answer the first question about representation of autism in music. I don't think it's been told quite a lot. It's told in film with like Rain Man and stuff, but not necessarily in music. And I wanted to be like the bridge to like kind of lead autistic people to do this kind of stuff. And to answer your second question about famous musicians who have autism, rapper Mostak. Because he's autistic, and that's something I found out. And I can see why he's multi-talented, and we've done the collaborations with the likes of AJ Tracy and Captain Conan, and so yeah, he's a talented individual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know, I feel like autistic artists out there, they provide a unique perspective and outlook on their music and like their thought process. I know David Byrne from the Talking Heads, which is one of my favorite bands, although he's not a rapper. He's autistic, and you know his music is amazing. So yeah, I fully agree with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. The great thing about this podcast is the opportunity to plug any future things you have coming up. So what would you say is in the works at the moment, Ryan?
Well, I do have a brand new song that I'm going to record with my friend about surrounding toxic relationships, and it's
Okay.
called Judas Kiss. It's going to be an October release, but I'll keep everybody updated on my Instagram about that, as well as other stuff. I'm hoping to have collaborations with female artists as well as male artists, and that will be on Open Opportunity, which is also in the works. And now that it's confirmed it's not going to be released this year, it's going to be released next year, but I've yet to make a formal announcement about that.
Awesome.
And this new song, is it kind of does it have a story behind it like some of your other songs, or is it kind of
Does it have
free?
like a little intro at the beginning? Like
For a music video, we might think about an intro for that song if we were to go down that route. But
Yeah.
the song's message in that is like what I said, toxic relationships, because every single one of us has been in, either in a bad relationship or a toxic relationship.
Amen. Amen.
And Judas Kiss is a representation of all the toxic things that that we all go through in a relationship. Like I said, the bad. There's a good, the bad, and the ugly. But in my case, it's the bad, the ugly, and the toxic.
Yeah.
But me and my friend, who's singing the hook for the song, he's been through bad relationships like me. So whether they be bad or toxic, it just hasn't been a good few relationships for him, and the same with me. So yeah.
I used to.
Sorry.
I used to date a girl from Bristol, funny enough, called Frankie. So if you come across a girl called Frankie, toxic, keep away. That's all I'm saying. Anyway,
say,
Ollie, yes, yeah.
I gotta say, Judas Kiss, what a excellent title. That's brilliant.
Because I was thinking and the name came up when I was thinking of songs for Open Opportunity, and the song Judas Kiss came to mind, and I figure who could sing the hook for this particular song, and I went above and beyond and asked my mate from college, and he's a singer as well, Ryder Durelli, and we've done Born to Be for 1994, the Bristol rapper. So this is our second collaboration with each other, and yeah, I can't wait. And I can't wait till we actually record it again and release for October.
I've got one final question off the top of my head,
Sure.
unless anyone else would like to go. But I was just wondering, what's the meaning behind the name All White G? If you'd like to break it down for us, you know.
How it started, I basically tried to copy like Lil Wayne's WCF baby, and the F stands for whatever, Funhouse, Phenomenal, and all that stuff. But no, it started off as that in the early years. But as I grown and developed as an artist, when I was writing my own material, there's more meaning behind it. OYG kind of just like stands me out because, as I said, I've developed in sociability and growing in confidence. OYG gives me that same level of sociability and confidence to stand out as a rapper in society. And I had to pick a name that could stand me out all that well. So in the other half of the year of those years, that became the meaning behind it. That in society's eyes, I could pick a name that stands me out as a rapper.
Okay, so does the G doesn't really have a meaning, so doesn't stand for like gangster or geezer
No.
or anything like that? No. Okay.
No. I basically try to do what Lil Wayne does, where he says "WCF baby," like I said before. He says in the songs, "WCF baby," and the F is for "fuck you," all that kind of stuff. So so I basically copied that kind of formula, but the rest is just OYG. And as I was developing Open Opportunity and the songs I got in his head and the collaborations I want in the future, it just basically made it all more personal for me. And Autistic Angels sealed that kind of deal for me last year. So yeah.
Awesome.
And in terms of your music, do you this is just a bit of a random question, but it came to mind. Do you like swearing a lot in your music, or is it kind of you steer away from it, or what would you say your preferred style is?
It just depends on the song, as I've realized. Depending on the song and depending on the single I want to drop of the said song, I do want to have swearing in it because when I did the freestyles over and I rapped over specific beats of artists like Future and Young Dolph and all that. God rest his soul. But
Yeah.
and that's how the whole swearing will come in about in those specific songs, in those particular freestyles, and then majority of songs as well. But not when it came down to songs like Graduation and Autistic Angels, because Autistic Angels is about autistic people in general. And Graduation, well, the name is self-explanatory, really, because I had a graduation last year and almost a year ago. Let me be exact. So there was no swearing in that in those songs. I think now with open opportunity, I have to think about the songs and what swear words I can add. And depending on the flow of the song, I can either add a couple of swear words or maybe just one or two, and then just have the rest just like be normal sentences, like what I'm saying right now.
Is just curious, is Graduation a little nod to Kanye?
Sorry, repeat that again.
Is Graduation a little nod to Kanye? Sorry.
No, and the song, the name, yeah. Well, the name is like Kanye's album, but no, the whole graduation is just surrounding my graduation, surrounded by my friends and the special people that treated me like a normal person on the course, and it was a big transition from where I studied acting in college all the way to acting in uni, and I was meeting new people, so I can't and that's just on a social ability level, trying to get used to new people, but and I still have that even now.
Damn, that's really cool. Awesome.
So we've just gone past the half an hour mark. So when we normally end podcasts, I like to end on this one particular question. So we ask everyone this question. Where would you like to see yourself, the all-white G, in 10 years' time?
Great question. To be on the stage, acting or music or both, in like big areas like Wembley, and that's just music. But anything else like theaters in London and Cardiff, and I just want to be like a big success and be the best Ryan Kelly or YG possible for everyone to just like chat to, and yeah.
Fantastic.
Sorry about that. I've got one more question if possible, just quickly.
Oh yes. Just to fill you in, Reese had to go at 1:30, so he's now on the move. So if you hear wind, that's why. Yeah, he's on his way. Reese, go ahead.
Yeah. So just in terms of, you may have guessed from Ollie's sort of outfit, but he is also, I think, thinking about starting up a career in music or something like that.
Oh,
So
yeah.
what would your advice be for someone like Ollie? And also, would you ever consider, collaborating with someone like that?
Well, the best advice I can give you is just know your craft, grow in your own confidence, like I did with rhymes and stuff. Once you got that confidence built, and this took me took me like 4 years for me to have the confidence to go to a studio. You have that confidence, go to the studio, work on a song or a freestyle of your choosing, and then when you're feeling confident, then put it out there on SoundCloud or Spotify or whatever, and then people will support it, and I know I will. And to answer the second question, will I collaborate with Ollie? Sure.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I have a couple of lyrics that I could throw to you. Like if we did a collaboration.
Mm.
Ooh, I'm nervous now. I'm on the spot.
Did you want to try those lyrics now, Ollie?
Yeah, I mean, sure. So, yeah, I mean, forgive me if I stumble or mumble or crumble, but yeah, I guess let's do it. It's all white G. You all right G? All these haters got nothing on me. You're stepping up to me in Bristol. Later on, when your mum calls you, she's gonna get a missed call because you're gonna be shot dead with a pistol.
Nice, that was fire.
Wow, okay.
Yeah,
Bravo.
Oh my, yeah.
Yeah,
all
I mean,
right,
hit me
all
up,
right.
hit me up,
Let's see-
dude.
let's
Yeah.
see what you're working with, man.
yeah, yeah. That was amazing, Ollie. Yeah. What a better way to conclude the podcast with Ollie's Ollie's rapping. Thank you again, Ryan, for coming on. It's been an absolute
You're
pleasure.
welcome. Happy
We-
to be on here, and I hope
Yeah.
I hope there's a next one.
yeah, I'm more than happy to have you on again. But unless there's any further questions, I think that'll probably be it.
Well,
Oh,
not a question, but I do want to say, because I mentioned open opportunity before, I want to give you free a meaning behind that the meaning behind that particular album.
oh yes.
Open Opportunity started to develop when the name came about when I was in New York with my uni group, and it developed more after I self-harmed and stuff to
Mm.
give everybody what this whole podcast has been about, again, to know the personal side of Ryan Kelly or YG, and and it's reflecting in the songs I put out so far for singles, like Smoke and Mirrors, Autistic Angels, Been To, that's just a New York song, Unstoppable, which is my first ever trap song, and Wide Awake, which I mentioned, opened up on my suicide and stuff, and Judas Kiss, that will be my next single, so be ready for that when it drops.
Can't wait. That's fantastic.
Awesome, man.
No worries. Can't wait. Hope you do have a good week, Ryan, and I'll
You
keep
too,
in
guys.
touch.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Keep it real. Keep on real.
Take care.
And keep on living in the free rock world. And do.
Do do.
Hey, there we go.
I
Anyway,
can't wait to share this with my friends as well, Mark.
yeah. I'll make sure I'll trim it down, upload it, and I'll send you the link.
Okay, thank you.
Sweet. No worries. Right. Have a good one, guys.
Catch
Speak
you
soon.
later, man.
See you
Bye.
Take care.
guys.
Bye.
Peace.